And move. What's poppin', internet? Welcome to another episode of the Synced Up Filmcast, a show where we reel you into movie news and talk about the things that we've been watching. I'm one of your hosts, Timothy DeRoe, and joining me this week, not Michael Clare. It's actually the love of my life, Adriana Sanders.
Hi.
She's filling in this week.
Yes.
We had some scheduling conflicts. Well, basically, I got overworked yesterday, and I couldn't, have the energy to do the podcast, and so I decided to postpone the podcast, but Mike had work, and Jordan had work, and Isaiah could only fit in a certain time frame. Schedules didn't line up, and I figured doing the movie podcast alone, I feel like I could do the video game podcast alone, but doing the movie podcast alone would have been absolutely horrendous. But, here we are. I subbed in Adriana. She was willing to come in and attempt this. I feel like this is a good litmus test because, the $100 goal on the Patreon is possibly you and Kylie doing an episode of just talking.
Oh, yeah?
And, yeah, exactly. And so this feels like a good litmus test of your podcasting abilities.
I don't think you should set the bar very high.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm nervous.
You're nervous? Are you red? Do you look red in the camera?
No, you look kind of red.
I always look red. It's just my skin. It's just my skin color.
I look normal.
You look good.
Yeah, I do look pretty good.
All right, let's get in here. A little bit of housekeeping before we rank Atlantis and the Emperor's New Groove. If you enjoyed the show, you should consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/syncedup, where for $1 you can get access to the Discord, where we talk about a lot of things. What did we talk about today? You weren't in there. I posted pictures of tacos that I think had carrots in them, but might have been chili peppers. Who knows?
They're peppers. No one puts carrots in tacos.
They look like carrots.
They're not.
That's all I'm saying. They look like carrots. Anyway, or for $5, you can get access to post shows of both of the shows that we do and many more goodies, all from youtube.com/synceduppodcast and podcasting services around the globe. New episodes of this show specifically go up in all of those feeds Tuesdays, Central Time Zone Gang. Yeah, so you had to say it exactly.
You're welcome, Mike.
You can also write into the show to synceduppod@gmail.com or the reader mail submissions tab of the Discord with any questions, comments, or concerns, and we may read those on the show. That's completely empty today. I need y'all to fill them coffers, boy. We only got one email left, and it's for the video game pod, and then after that, we're dead empty. So I need some emails or some reader mail submissions. Throw them in there. You should also consider following the show at synceduppod to keep up to date with all of our content from across the board. That's, I got Mike's Twitter under my face, and Adriana has my Twitter under her face. But,
it's all the same.
I got to make sure I click these eyeballs because I don't want to completely ruin the show when we come back. All right, we're back. Let's go in for a sip. We're going in for a sip. Going in for a little bit of water. I mean, you don't have to go in for water.
You looked at me like I'm supposed to also drink.
Going in just for a little bit of a sip there. Now let's get into the ranking. Of course, you only watched one of the movies this week because you usually, the Disney movie rankings, it's not your deal. It's my deal. You watch occasionally.
I watch when I am interested.
So you did watch Atlantis.
Mm-hmm.
But you did not watch.
Well, I fell asleep through a lot of it, but yeah.
And then, but you did not watch The Emperor's New Groove. But you have seen both of these movies at one point in your life, so you will have something to say. Also, my boy Mike wrote in some blurbs for me to read for him, and also where he decides to rank them on the ranking list. I will read that after the plot of The Emperor's New Groove. So, getting right into it. Emperor Kuzco is a selfish and egotistical Incan emperor who plans to celebrate his 18th birthday by raising a local village to build a lavish summer home called Cuzcotopia, which much to the distress of the local village leader, Pacha. When Kuzco lets go of his conniving advisor, Yzma, she plots to take the throne by poisoning him at dinner. However, her dim-witted assistant, Kronk, instead accidentally laces Kuzco's drink with a potion that transforms him into a llama instead of causing his death. Under Yzma's instruction, Kronk knocks Kuzco unconscious and attempts to dispose of him outside of town. He drops the bag containing Kuzco on Pacha's cart. Pacha returns home but cannot bring himself to tell his lighthearted family about Kuzco's plan. Pacha discovers Kuzco as he regains consciousness and declines to help Kuzco back to the capital unless he builds Cuzcotopia elsewhere. Kuzco accepts Pacha's terms to guide him home, but attempts to leave Pacha dangling from an old bridge within an hour's walk from the palace. The bridge completely collapses. Kuzco and Pacha cooperate to save themselves. Meanwhile, Yzma discovers that Kronk has failed to eliminate Kuzco, and they both set out to find him. The two pairs arrive at a diner at the same time, unaware of each other's presences. While Kuzco argues with the cook, Pacha overhears Yzma's plan, and Kronk narrowly fails to recognize Pacha. Kuzco brushes off Pacha's attempt to warn him and leaves, only to overhear Yzma and Kronk soon after. Kuzco prepares to resign himself to life as a normal llama, but encounters Pacha waiting amongst a herd and reconciles with him. Kronk, meanwhile, finally recalls Pacha and his connection to Kuzco. He and Yzma await them at Pacha's home. Pacha has his family delay Yzma by locking her and Kronk in a closet, giving him and Kuzco a head start back to the capital. They find Yzma's secret lab, but Yzma has taken the potion that would return Kuzco to normal. She orders Kronk to kill Kuzco and Pacha, but Kronk cannot bring himself to do so, and Yzma drops him through a trapdoor after he attempts to kill her instead. Yzma drops the human vial, and she calls upon the palace guards to seize Kuzco and Pacha. A chase through the palace ensues in which Kuzco and the guards consume different vials, changing into different animals. As Kuzco and Pacha are cornered on the ledges of a giant stone structure, they find they are down to 2 vials. Yzma uses one of them but transforms into a small cat. She still manages to gain the upper hand in the struggle for the final vial, but is unexpectedly foiled by Kronk, opening a window. Kuzco drinks it and returns to his human form. Having made amends with those whom he offended and regained his throne, Kuzco opts to build a summer home on a neighboring unoccupied hill. Sometime later, Kuzco joins Pacha and his family at his modest resort. Elsewhere, Kronk has become a scout leader and trains a new batch of scouts in the language of squirrels, including the reluctant Yzma, who remains a cat.
This movie's so good.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, I had never seen this film before. It's the first time I've seen this movie. I
can't believe that's the first time you've seen that movie.
First time I've seen the movie.
You never watched it like on Disney Channel?
Nope.
No.
Never seen it. I only seen parts of it. I've seen little clips. So I recognize the characters, of course, but I had never seen the actual movie itself. So this is the first time for me in that's
ever.
No, sorry. I was trying to make a joke, but nobody on this podcast would get it. There's this clip. There's this Marvel clip. I wish I could show it to you, but we can't hear any dialogue. There's this Marvel clip of, the guy from Loki who plays Mobius?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they cut together a this has nothing to do with Emperor's New Groove, but they cut together a promo of him talking in like an interview where he's saying, this is the first time for me in the Marvel Universe, but it's like obvious that they just cut those words from other interviews. So it's like, this is the first time for me in the Marvel Universe.
Why would they do that?
I don't know, but it's really funny. So that's why I was like, this is the first time for me watching Emperor's New Groove. Anyway, so yeah, I thought it was really good and very funny. The comedy held up surprisingly well because this movie came out in 2001.
The comedy's so good. I feel like even for like it coming out in 2001, the comedy's still like up to date. Like I don't know the word to use, like maybe quirky, but it's like it's not old comedy like the older Disney movies. It's very timeless. Yeah, it's so. It's very
funny. We sat down and I'll watch this really late at night. I was really tired, but it was a very enjoyable film. I liked pretty much every single moment of it. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. I liked Pacha's wife and the kids. That was funny. There's like a moment where she's like, tell me where they are and I'll burn their house down. And then Kronk's like, don't you mean or you'll burn their house down? And then Yzma's like, yeah, or I'll burn their house down. And then the kid comes up and is like, well, which is it? Because that's a pretty conjunction. And I was like, this is all really funny, really good jokes. They all hit. And I like pretty much every moment of it. Sully,
yeah,
love him. And then Joe Dirt, classic, gotta love him. I don't remember who else is in this, but they're all names that you would recognize. We're starting to get into people that I recognize more and more as we're getting to more of these modern Disney films. We start to see
the same voices.
Yeah, not the same voices, but we start to see people that we know. Because all those really old ones, those guys are dead now.
Right.
They're not alive anymore. But we're starting to see people that we know. The Big Lebowski and the like. So Mike writes in about Emperor's New Groove. Emperor's New Groove. Lots of good humor in this movie, but I don't think it's to the same level of charm and stellar animations as its predecessors. Kronk nice though. I honestly like the Kronk spin-off movie more, I think, which I've never seen.
I've seen it for sure, but I couldn't tell you a single thing that happens.
I hated Kronk at the beginning of this film. I was like,
what? How can you hate Kronk?
Because I was like, dude, he's an asshole and he's an idiot. But then I was like, Kronk, he's actually a good dude.
He's like kind-hearted though.
Yeah, he's just an idiot. That's not that. This is very difficult. Okay, here we go. So we have to rank the Emperor's New Groove in here. Mike has told me where he wants to rank the Emperor's New Groove, which he wanted to put it at. He wanted to. Where did he say? He wanted to put it under the Little Mermaid at number 9. I personally.
I might agree with that. Like spot on. I do have a terrible habit of like ranking all the movies that I enjoy incredibly high.
Well, I mean that's the point.
Based off, but not like based off anything other than just how much I enjoy them.
Yeah. He put it under the Little Mermaid at number 9. I personally would rank it at I'm thinking 6. I think it's better than Mulan, personally. Honestly, is it better than Beauty and the Beast? That also is another conversation to be had.
I feel like you just don't like Mulan.
I'm not.
You never have anything good to say about Mulan.
I think Mulan's okay. I think it's an okay film.
What an opinion.
I mean, yeah.
That's okay.
Where does that put it at? So if I wanted to rank it at 6 and Mike wants to rank it at 9, it either goes at 7 or 8. Do you think it should go at number 8 or do you think it should go at number 7?
7.
You think it should go at 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to put the Emperor's New Groove now ranked. Jordan would be absolutely pissed, I believe.
Yeah, he would. He might be pissed at me too, but...
Emperor's New Groove, because it's going over Aladdin, which is unheard of.
Yeah, that feels weird, but I don't know. I think
the list is a little,
No, I think I agree. I don't know. But I don't think I would put Aladdin that low on my list, so I think it's fine.
Yeah. Aladdin, I don't know. It's right where it needs to be in my personal opinion. But let's talk about Atlantis now. Classic film.
Yes.
Love this film. Isaiah loves this
Very
film.
good.
He was originally going to be on the podcast, and I was going to stack the love for Atlantis. Just
that would have been good.
But we didn't do that. Let's go into the plot of Atlantis. A mysterious explosion sends a tsunami towards the city of Atlantis. During the evacuation, the Queen of Atlantis is lifted up into a strange floating crystal, leaving behind her distraught daughter, Kida. The crystal merges with the Queen and creates a dome preserving the city's innermost district, and Atlantis sinks beneath the waves. 8,000 years later, in 1914, Milo Thatch, a linguist, discovers the existence of the Shepherd's Journal, a manuscript containing directions to Atlantis. After Milo's proposal to search for the journal is rejected by the museum board, a mysterious woman, Helga Sinclair, introduces Milo to Preston B. Whitmore, an eccentric millionaire. Whitmore has already funded a successful effort to retrieve the journal as repayment of a debt to Milo's late grandfather, and recruits Milo to decipher the journal and join an expedition to Atlantis. The expedition is headed by Commander Rourke. The crew includes Helga, Vinny, a demolitions expert, Moliere, a geologist, Dr. Sweet, a medical officer, Audrey, a mechanic, Mrs. Packard, a radio operator, Cookie, a chuck wagon chef, and several trained soldiers. They set out in the massive submarine Ulysses, but are attacked by a mechanical leviathan at Atlantis' entrance. The submarine is destroyed, leaving only a handful of survivors. Following the journal's instructions, they enter a cave and travel through a dormant volcano, eventually arriving at Atlantis, where they are met by Kida, miraculously still alive and young. She and the other Atlanteans have forgotten their written language, and the society has languished, but they can understand English. Kida enlists Milo to help Atlantis regain its old glory, and leads him to an underwater mural in the sunken part of the city. Milo learns from the mural that the heart of Atlantis provides the people there with longevity, and once powered their devices via smaller crystals they all wear. He discovers a page of the journal is missing. Returning to the surface, he is confronted by Rourke, who reveals he has the missing page, revealing he is planning to steal the heart and sell it at a high price, not caring about the Atlanteans' fate. He and the crew capture Milo and Kida, and Rourke mortally wounds the king of Atlantis, demanding to know where the heart is. However, he eventually finds it beneath the palace himself. The giant crystal, sensing a threat, merges with Kida, and Rourke puts her in a crate, intending to sell her at the surface. Milo sarcastically congratulates his friends, which causes them to reconsider, knowing that they don't want to be responsible for the death of innocent people. Rourke, Helga, and the soldiers leave the rest behind and start for the surface, putting Atlantis and the citizens in danger. The dying king gives Milo his own crystal and explains he attempted to weaponize the heart, causing the past explosion and the fate of his wife. He also explains that the crystal must have a royal host when the city is in danger, and begs Milo to save Atlantis and Kida. Milo and his friends rally the Atlanteans to reactivate their machinery and pursue and attack the mercenaries. Rourke and Helga have a falling out during the battle, and he throws her into the dormant volcano. As she dies, she shoots the airship containing Kida's crate. Milo and Rourke fight on the burning airship over the heart. There's the burp. You know what always has to come?
Yeah.
Always has to come.
Gross.
And Milo slashes Rourke with a crystal-charged shard of glass, turning Rourke into a living crystal statue, which is shattered by the airship's propellers. The burning airship crash lands and awakens the volcano. Milo and the rest flee back to Atlantis with Kida, who rises into the sky and awakens ancient stone guardians who raise the flooded portion of Atlantis into the dome and protect the entire city from the lava flow. The crystal then returns Kida alive to Milo. Milo elects to stay in Atlantis with Kida, with whom he has fallen in love, and the rest return to the surface, promising to keep their adventure secret to preserve Atlantis' safety. Whitmore alone learns the truth from photographs taken by Mrs. Packard, as well as Atlantean crystals sent to him by Milo. So that is the plot of Atlantis. Of course, one of my childhood favorites. You know, I just left this on the screen. You know, this is the product.
I was gonna tell you, but you already started reading.
You know, you could have said.
Sorry.
The product of not having Jordan, the producer, behind the cam. Hold up. Okay, sorry. That stresses me out when I can't see that. Atlantis, one of my childhood favorites, childhood classic. This is one of the few movies I had back in the day on VHS that I would watch over and over and over again. I loved it. I had
and cycle with the rest.
I had Atlantis. I had a couple episodes of The Wiggles. I had a couple episodes of Blue's Clues, the orange pack, the orange box. And then I had Elmo's Adventures in Grouchland, another, titular VHS movie.
We recently rewatched that one.
Yeah, we watched it like 2 or 3 months ago. Mm-hmm. We were, and that was very fun time.
Yeah, it was really fun. We didn't finish it, did we?
I think we did.
No.
I thought we finished it. It still holds up in my opinion.
No, yeah, it's really good.
Does it still hold up?
No, it's good.
Okay, I'm just making sure because I liked it. I liked the rewatch. I liked it at the time. Mm-hmm. It was all good stuff.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable. But Atlantis itself also still holds up to my memory as much as I remembered it. I loved rewatching it. I loved it at the time. I think this really goes to show as these movies keep going and going and going, and I think this is going to be the case until we hit things like Tangled and the like. Disney really, especially in the early days, you have a very distinct style that's very similar between all of the films. And once we get to that middle area, you start to see Disney really experiment with art style and different things that they can do with these films. And now that we're in the 2000s, when new technology is coming out, you can see the implementation of 3D in certain aspects of these films. Dinosaur itself, of course, being all CG and all 3D. You really see the experimentation happening, and that leads to some very interesting art styles, and they're very different every single film. Even the difference between just Emperor's New Groove and Atlantis, that was a vast difference there. And of course, when we get into Lilo and Stitch, which we're going to be watching this week, and Treasure Planet, again, you see it again and again and again. Of course, the vehicles in Atlantis are rendered in 3D, and the actual characters themselves are in 2D. It leads to some really interesting and unique like film looks for these films. And once we get into the modern era, we start to see Frozen, Tangled, Big Hero 6. We're going to get into a very similar art style, and they're going to all look the same, but I still think they do some interesting things. But this early 2000s, late 1990s era Disney is really doing some cool stuff.
Yeah, I really like seeing them kind of evolve like that. Like, I like seeing how they just
change. That's been the coolest thing of this rewatch.
Yeah, and you can see them trying to perfect,
going from the 50s to where we are now, which is like, we got 3D. We're going to hit Chicken Little and Meet the Robinsons, and it's like, whoa, this is like weird, different stuff. And then once we hit Frozen, it's gonna be nice. Let's say what Mike has to say about. Worth noting, both these Disney movies, no songs. There's no songs. No songs at all. In the very opening to Emperor's New Groove, there's a song. There's like a little performance of him on the stage.
Oh, I guess you're right. There's no songs.
That's it. There's no songs. Same with Atlantis, no music.
I have like a love-hate thing for all the songs in Disney. Like,
I don't know. I think I'm on just love.
I like all the songs, but at some point I'm kind of just like, I kind of want to get to the story, and like
but
after
the story though.
Well, I guess.
Come on, like you can't watch Snow White without getting hyped for Hi Ho.
I mean,
it's off to work we go.
Well, I feel like there's way more songs in like the later Disney movies, like Frozen and Tangled. They're all
Into the Unknown.
Yeah, they're all really good.
Into the Unknown.
Yeah.
Into the Unknown. Okay. Yeah, I better not do that. I don't want to blow people's ears out. I think I'm backed away.
I think you already did.
I backed away from the mic, I got that mic etiquette from my rapping days. You know how it goes. Anyway, Mike writes in, more mature Disney movie, so, Atlantis ranks under Beauty and the Beast. More mature Disney movie, so that's neat, and I like some of the side characters better than our protagonists. I can see how this is a favorite for some, but it doesn't top the juggernauts on top. Maybe I'm a sucker for the Disney musical formula, but it just works so well, and it's clearly missing from these movies. So Mike, of course, ranks it under Beauty and the Beast, which we will... Dude, it's so hard. It's so, difficult to do this thing. It's, impossible. So Mike ranks it under Beauty and the Beast at number 6.
Above Mulan.
I rank it at number 4.
Number 4?
Hercules, which in turn puts it at number 5. I frankly...
That's kind of insane.
What do you mean?
I feel like a lot of that for you is just nostalgia.
Well, fun fact, I went into this movie when I was going to watch it expecting to rank it number 2, number 3, number 1.
Really?
I really expected to because the nostalgia factor playing in.
Yeah.
And while it was very, very good and very, very enjoyable, I think it tops Hercules personally for my own personal enjoyment. I had some issues with Hercules, but the Hunchback of Notre Dame and Tarzan.
I know those were so good.
The Lion King, of course, I don't need to explain the Lion King, but Tarzan and the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Tarzan was way better than I remembered it. Hunchback of Notre Dame, a movie that I had never seen before, really fucking good.
I love that movie.
Good. I like it a lot.
I wrote a whole essay on that movie.
Yeah, I could only rank Atlantis at number 4. I could not conceivably put it over Hunchback and Notre Dame. They both have adult themes. They both have. Well, I guess Hunchback of Notre Dame has more songs, but the songs in Hunchback of Notre Dame good.
They're good.
Hellfire.
They're all really good.
Dun, 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 dun. Like super good, and of course the story also really good. And while I like the story in Atlantis, it's just okay. I think it's more the characters that are like, okay, these characters are fun. The explosive guy, the mechanic girl, you learn things about them. The mole guy is annoying, but even still, he's still cool. And Dr. Sweet as well, being a chiropractor and a doctor and stuff. Like, you really get, like, the characters are great. And I think that's what makes Atlantis great. On top of it, just being cool, with, like, weird machines, and we're doing underwater stuff, and that's tight. But I couldn't put it over Hunchback of Notre Dame. So the top 10 of the list is as follows. Currently, once again, you can read this if you're in the audio version. If you want to see the full list of the 32 Disney movies we ranked so far, you can check the description of whatever podcasting app that you use. But the top 10 is as follows. Starting at number 10, The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Emperor's New Groove, Mulan, The Beauty and the Beast, Atlantis, Hercules, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Tarzan, and The Lion King. Upcoming this next week is Lilo and Stitch and Treasure Planet. Lilo and Stitch, of course, a fan favorite by a lot of people, a personal favorite of Adriana Sanders.
I watched Lilo and Stitch like a month ago.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, it was so not good. That long ago. I haven't seen.
I shed a lot of tears.
It's good. It's a good film.
So good.
I haven't seen it in forever. The most I remember from Lilo and Stitch is from the Kingdom Hearts games, because it's in there. So I'm gonna have to rewatch this and get that refresher on there. Treasure Planet, never seen.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Never seen. Well, it's actually not that weird.
What do you mean?
You think it's not weird, but Treasure Planet, commercially and critically, was not good. It flopped. It didn't do good.
Oh, really?
In terms of sales, I believe it lost them money. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, Treasure Planet.
I like Treasure Planet. I don't think it was anywhere near close to
Atlantis,
but
in terms of general public, it's very, like, it didn't do too great. It didn't perform too well. And in terms of reception, it was like, people either thought it was terrible or people thought it was the second coming of Christ.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't know. I feel like I was kind of indifferent, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot from it since that was however many years ago.
I personally have not seen it, but we're gonna go in and watch this thing. It's gonna be nice. And a little bit of news for you. Well, not a little bit, kind of a bunch, but it's all from DC Fandom and a little bit of Marvel stuff. So all superhero related. Most of these DC Fandom things are trailers, so I know you don't have a lot to say about a lot of this stuff because you're not into that nerdy shit.
Sorry, guys.
But you can watch these trailers with me and talk about them. So let's start her off with a Black Adam trailer. Of course, your boy Black Adam. He's a character from the DC universe, being played by one and only DWAYNE Johnson.
Cool.
So you won't be able to hear it, which sucks. We really need to get
I forgot that y'all have that issue.
Yeah, we really need to get a system here where we can hear these damn things.
Oh, never mind.
So, what? What's so funny? What's so funny?
Silence is funny.
Oh, the silence deafening?
Yeah, we're just... I was going to ask... Like, I was going to say you should put subtitles on, but that might ruin it for the... Right now.
But I do got subtitles on.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Well, I have
Would that ruin it for, like, everyone else?
Why not? I can't see.
Because some people don't like subtitles.
No, we keep the captions on.
Well, yeah, we do.
The captions aren't one. I guess this video just doesn't have captions. That's the problem.
It's kind of insane how much, how much more popular Marvel is than DC.
Yeah. Well, in terms
I guess
of the
that makes
DC
sense.
Universe, in terms of the DC extended universe with the films, you are correct. But in terms of like comics, though, like Batman has some serious staying power, and Batman is extremely popular. Yeah, I guess. So is Superman. Right.
But it's really only those two.
But Marvel in the latter years has begun to pass DC.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much everywhere. So there you go. There's a little bit of Black Adam. Being played by one and only DWAYNE "The Rock" Johnson. I'm kind of stoked for that. I'll watch this film, I think. I tend to skip a lot of these DC films. You know?
Oh, yeah.
The Marvel's just the way to go, you know? Spider-Man stuff. It's just too good.
Yeah. When's the next Marvel thing?
That's November 12th.
Spider-Man?
That's the Eternals.
Oh, the Eternals.
Followed by Hawkeye. Yes. Followed by Spider-Man. So that is the first thing from DC Fandom. You know, it's impossible to work with this mouse and stuff, dude. This is difficult. I don't know how Mike played it last time. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Unfortunately for Aquaman fans,
are you going to put it back?
Huh? Nah, because I'm going to have to click another trailer here in a second.
Okay.
Unfortunately for Aquaman fans, the DC Fandom 2021 segment devoted to Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom did not include any footage from the long-awaited sequel. Instead, the Aquaman 2 teaser trailer showed off some of the concept art for the film, alongside behind-the-scenes clips of some of the stunt sequences. Jason Momoa promised that the new film would be a fun adventure like it was the first time, but better, while director James Wan revealed that fans could expect a story that was more mature and sophisticated than a standard superhero film. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is scheduled to release in theaters on December 16th, 2022. Now, I won't be watching this one, though, because fuck Amber Heard.
Why? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we on the fuck Amber Heard gang. So we're not watching this film.
Team Johnny.
Yeah, yeah.
We got him in our car, too.
Captain Jack Sparrow, yeah. Johnny boy. Anyway, Static Shock fans. Michael B. Jordan's Static Shock. Rumors of a live-action movie based on the Milestone Comics character Static, best known for his animated series Static Shock, have been running around Hollywood for years. However, in the Milestone segment of DC Fandom, Milestone Comics co-founder Dennis Cowan, producer Reggie Hudlin confirmed that Michael B. Jordan was producing a Static movie as part of a joint venture between his production company, Outlier Society, and Warner Bros. Pictures. The screenplay is being written by Grand Army writer Randy McKinnon, who is also the screenwriter of the upcoming reboot of The Lost Boys. I know that isn't up for you, but we like Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
Black Panther.
We like Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, Black Panther, good film.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Black Panther and the Killmonger, one of the best villains in that in the Marvel series.
Yeah,
I think
that movie's really good.
Mm-hmm. You know the what's the throw me in the oceans with my ancestors that jumped from the ships because they knew death was better than bondage. So good. So good.
So good.
That's a phenomenal clip. But now we got a trailer for the Batman film. Get fucking stoked, everyone. Get excited. Keep your excitement levels at max for this upcoming Batman film. I am so excited for Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Oh, I totally forgot it was Robert Pattinson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's going to be so good.
So, Robbie boy.
The movies that he's been in recently have been really good. Sorry.
Yeah, they have. Tenet is incredible.
That one random... What was it called? It was like a scary movie.
In space?
No, the one with Robert Pattinson, remember? It's a scary movie, and it's got... it's also got... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's got, I think, Tom Holland's in it.
What?
Yeah, remember that scary movie?
I gotta look up what you're talking about, bro.
I feel like you're making me second guess myself. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry.
Pattinson. We're going in. Robert Pattinson. Okay, we're gonna go to movies. Twilight. Make sure you stay close to your mic. The Lighthouse.
This.
What? The Devil
yes.
All the Time.
Is Tom Holland in that?
Yeah, but that wasn't a scary movie.
It's not a scary movie?
No, that's just a drama.
Was it? I don't remember the plot.
Yeah.
I remember it was good, but I don't
it's
I don't
the kid
correctly.
Thinking the preacher man killed the people and stuff.
Well, it's like kind of a scary movie. It's like a thriller, a thriller drama.
Yeah, it's a thriller. I'll give you thriller.
Yeah,
I forgot about that one.
Yeah. I think about that movie a lot for some. Like I know it wasn't very like I do. I know it's just like okay, but I liked it a lot.
Robert Pattinson, bro, killing the game. The King was awesome. That was a good film. You didn't watch the King. I didn't
watch that.
But The King, good. High Life was good. I liked High Life. You also didn't watch that one. Yeah, but that one was good. There is a movie. I'm trying to find it quickly. It looks like he has way too many films.
The Twilight movies.
Of course, the Batman, the Twilight movies, which I don't mess with.
So good.
The Lighthouse was super good. Incredible art house film. Good Time, also incredible film. And Tenet. What I gotta say?
Oh yeah, Tenet's so good.
What I gotta say? Anyway, let's get back
to it. Took me a while to understand what was happening, but when I did, it's really good.
So this one's going to be a little bit more noir, crime, detective, Batman noir with the Riddler. I know you're probably not familiar with the Riddler.
Me?
Well, who else would I be talking to?
Oh, sorry.
The Riddler? You know the Riddler?
No.
You just know what, Batman and Joker?
Yeah. Sorry. Didn't I fall asleep during these? Or I just...
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
We rewatched... Well, we still haven't watched the third one, but we watched
we didn't watch
the first two Nolan Batman films, and you passed out.
Sorry about it.
The audacity.
They were good.
They're not just good. Those films were amazing. Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's so dark. I can't see anything.
That's the point, baby. It's also, it won't look this dark in the actual film. These lights make it like.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
Got a little Catwoman action. We seen the penguin there. I don't know if you're familiar with the penguin.
No. Maybe.
Cobblepot.
No.
Okay.
No. Just assume the answer's no. Sorry.
A little baddie boy. Got some driving action. Dude, this movie's gonna be good. It's gonna be very long though.
Is this a sequel, like to the third one?
Nah.
Or is it just its own?
It's just Batman. 3 hours long though.
No, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I guess it shouldn't, but still, very long. But Nolan's Batman films are all like 250, so little bad boy action. This film's gonna be good, bro. I have no doubt this film's gonna be good, and also just Robert Pattinson.
I'm excited to
Twilight
see
fucked them.
that. What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
In the eyes of the public. Twilight.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
In the eyes of the public, March 4th, 2022.
Because people like it's hard to see him as anything other than like Edward Cullen. I can see that.
Twilight fucked him hella. So,
but those movies are good. But I'll agree.
The general public
I'll agree.
Does not. I could show you these here.
I don't need to see them. I don't need to see them.
If you want.
No.
The Flash also got a trailer at DC Fandom, which we will watch. You familiar with the Flash? I assume.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of like the content, but yeah.
Okay. The Flash.
My friend used to watch. There's like a series on it, right?
Animated series.
Yeah. I've seen like one episode, maybe.
Mostly movies. The Flashpoint paradox being the most iconic of which seems like that's what this one is going to be. The Flashpoint paradox. Flashpoint paradox. Oh, I got the goosebumps. And I have nothing to. I don't watch the DC. Yes, you don't understand. I don't watch the DC Extended Universe, but Flashpoint Paradox is an incredible animated DC film. Like, okay.
Don't pick your nose.
Sorry. You're just gonna call it out on mic.
I'm sorry.
I just get a little itch real quick. You can call me out on mic.
I'm sorry.
The Flash. DC kills Marvel in the animated film game. Animated game. DC wins every single time.
What do you mean?
DC.
Like, what do you?
Just an animated stuff.
Oh, okay.
They do.
Okay.
Marvel's a little lax on the animated side. You know, of course you have, like, this shit looks so good. Of course you have Spider-Man.
Okay.
Into the Spider-Verse and stuff. But DC itself, like, its animated film game is unparalleled, and the shows and everything, super, super good. Flashpoint Paradox being one of the most iconic of those, which is he goes back in time to try to save the life of his parents, I believe. And in doing so, he causes some sort of because Flash can go back in time, if you didn't know, by running in reverse.
Right, yeah.
Or of the
like
Earth
Elmo in
spin.
the Christmas special.
I don't know, but he runs in reverse of the spin of the Earth so fast it causes the Earth to go backwards, go back in time. He goes back in time, tries to save his family or something. That causes this whole paradox that causes basically like all of these heroes to die. And he like has to be like the sole savior of everyone. But along the way, like all these iconic heroes that you know and love, like just get brutally murdered. Like Batman, stuff like that. Like, oh, it's so good. And he's tripping through time. Like when he comes back, if I believe, so when he comes back to Batman, instead of Bruce Wayne becoming Batman, the guy kills Bruce and the wife, and the dad becomes Batman. But he becomes a crazy Batman. Instead of just beating people up and not killing them, he just murders people ruthlessly.
Wow.
And no, he doesn't kill the wife. He just kills Bruce. So the wife becomes Joker, and then the husband becomes. It's so good, dude. I'm telling you. Like, I can see the doubt in your eyes, but it's delish.
I'll take your word.
Batgirl. While the upcoming Batgirl movie is still in pre-production, DC Fandom 2021 still featured an interview with actress Leslie Grace, who will play Barbara Gordon, screenwriter Christina Hodson, and directors Adley L. Arby and Bilali Fala. The brief segment showed some of the series' concept art, which confirmed that Batgirl's costume in the show will have a full cowl and that Barbara's trademark red hair will be present. Grace also spoke about her physical training for the role and how refreshing it was to read for a female superhero that has grit. No release date has been confirmed for the Batgirl movie, but it is expected to be released on HBO Max sometime in late 2022. Where's Jordan when you need him? He'd be super excited about this. Batgirl. He loves the Batgirl. He loves the Catwoman. And this is exciting. HBO Max, man. It's good service. We'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah, HBO Max.
Blue Beetle movie. DC Fandom 2021 included an update on the upcoming Blue Beetle movie, which is centered around the Jamie Reyes version of the character. The brief segment, which featured director Angel Manuel Soto, screenwriter Gareth Dunal Alcocer, and actor Zolo Maraduena, who will be playing Jamie Reyes. The trio promised that the film would remain true to the Latin American roots of the original comics and that the movie would be fun and humorous, but also emotionally evolving and full of action. No video footage was available, but the segment did show off concept art of Jamie's Blue Beetle armor. I don't know shit about Blue Beetle. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool.
I don't know.
Shout out to Latin America.
Does sound pretty cool.
Love to see it. Anyway, we got another trailer for an animated film called DC League of Super Pets.
Aww. That's so cute.
So, Bolt, a little Bolt action. Super Pet.
League of Super Pet. I love it.
I wish we could hear what they were saying, but it's okay.
Like, keep me on.
You ever heard of a league with one dude in it?
You know, Secret Life of Pets, Sing vibes, getting these.
I haven't seen that.
Neither have I.
I haven't seen so many of those like pet movies.
Neither have I.
Oh, Dwayne Johnson. Oh my god, I love that being.
Yeah. Okay,
Kevin Hart.
So this
Good
is your
duo
Secret Life
right
of
there.
Pets, bro. Kevin Hart is also in that. John Krasinski. Keanu Reeves.
Oh, cool.
Cool. The full
That's
trailer
cool.
comes out in November. Only in theaters. That was May 20th, 2022.
Keanu Reeves. But he's playing like the bad pet or something.
I don't know. Keanu Reeves. He's been playing.
He has like a scary voice.
Yeah, he does have a very gritty,
like
very gritty
intense.
voice.
Yeah.
Anyway, Injustice animated movie. While the Injustice animated adaptation was scheduled for release on October 19, 2021, just a few short days after the DC Fandom 2021, the event still released an exclusive clip from the movie set in a world where the Joker triggered an emotional breakdown in Superman that led to the incorruptible champion becoming a fascist dictator in his bid to make sure nobody ever suffered at the hands of a supervillain ever again. Jesus. The Injustice setting has become one of the DC Comics' most popular Elseworlds, spawning 2 video games and several best-selling comic book series. The brief clip centers around the hunt for the Joker and the tragic moment that leads to Superman's breakdown. The Injustice video game, very good. So this is an exciting film. I think it could be good. Now, we got a trailer for an animated series for Catwoman. Catwoman Hunted. This will be the final trailer, and we'll be done with the DC Fandom event.
There's a lot of DC stuff.
There's a lot of video game stuff, too. Got trailers from that. But yep, this looks good, and I like the Harley Quinn show so much. It's like so
You
good.
do love that show.
And they got season 3 got confirmed for that as well.
What I would stop by and watch with you was good.
It's funny, and this looks like it might be the same. I don't know. The Harley Quinn show is very brutal and just hilarious. This is just anime style. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it looks very anime. I think
Jordan might be out in that case. Jordan is not an anime guy. He's not an anime guy, man.
No, but it's still like Catwoman. He's still interested.
Yeah. I'm super excited for season 3 of Harley Quinn, though.
When's that coming out?
It comes out just sometime next year. Or no, actually, it might be later this year. I'm not sure, but it's called Shoot, Bang, Kill, I think.
All right.
A lot of banging between Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn and that. Love to see it.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. Catwoman Hunted, DC animated movie. Shout out Jordan. I'm sure he'd be excited. Maybe. I don't know. He doesn't like anime, but he might be into this. Blu-ray. You don't see it nowadays.
Wow, that was weird. I haven't seen something like that in a while on Blu-ray.
And boom. Okay, now we're back to the full. We're back to the wide.
Yay.
One more little news story for you before we get into the stuff that we've been watching and we round up the show.
Oh, that's a lot of... Sorry, go ahead.
What were you saying?
I'm just saying it's like a lot of stuff that we watch together.
Yeah.
So it's the same stuff.
Well, yeah. Anyway, sorry. Okay, yeah. We watch these things together. That's what we do. There's some Marvel delays this week, which sucks. Nothing from this year, though. Don't worry. Spider-Man's still hitting that December 17th, and Eternals is still coming out in November. Do not worry your pretty little heads about it. Marvel fans, prepare to wait a little bit longer to see Doctor Strange, Thor, and Black Panther return to theaters. Disney has delayed release plans for several upcoming films, including Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness from March 25th to May 6th. Not bad. Thor Love and Thunder from May 6th to July 8th. Not bad. Black Panther Wakanda Forever from July 8th to November 11th. Kind of bad. With the Black Panther sequel jumping to November, The Marvels has been postponed from early 2023, which sucks. And Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania was bumped from February 17th to July 28th, 2023. That's a big jump.
Yeah.
Along with the deluge of Marvel delays, Disney has moved the 5th Indiana Jones installment back nearly a year. The still untitled film starring Harrison Ford as the fedora-wearing, swashbuckling archaeologist will open on June 30th, 2023, instead of July 29th, 2022. Big delay there. So that's Marvel delays. Hate to see it, but, got to happen. It's the COVID era. It's the COVID era. These things happen. Still excited for these films, though.
Yeah.
You just get a shrug and a yeah?
I'm sorry. No, I'm excited.
The Eternals, bro?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Angelina Jolie?
I know, you're really excited.
Spider-Man?
I'm really excited for that one.
Doctor Strange? You rank Doctor Strange in your top 3, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I feel like the date changes aren't that big of a deal. I don't know.
It should be.
Because you're waiting so long. Like,
you see, that mentality, I wish I had it,
Yeah, like, it's just a few more months.
Yeah, no. No, not for me. For me, it's like, oh, that's so heart destroying.
Okay.
Yeah, it sucks, man. You want to see these films,
sure.
Man?
Yeah, okay.
When you got nothing in life to look forward to, except for these films.
Well, it's sad.
I'm just kidding. I got more to look forward to. I'm just really excited for these films. They're way up there on the list of hypeness. So it sucks that they get delayed. But they are just another month delay. The Indiana Jones movie, though, getting delayed a year. Rest in peace, Indiana Jones.
I don't know if I've seen any.
Hey, bro, don't worry about it, bro.
Indiana Jones movies.
This isn't the show for that. Indiana Jones, not my cup of tea. Time to talk about the things that we've been watching. Mike's been gone, so he can't talk about the things that he's been watching. We can talk about the things that we've been watching. You've been watching Walking Dead.
Yes, I just restarted that. Mm-hmm. I had like a weird hiatus from it, like maybe 2 months.
Yep, you're back though.
But now I'm back. Just
season 5?
I just started season 6.
Okay.
I think I'm a few episodes into season 6 actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I've seen it all the way up until we get to like Negan era. So I've seen it all before, but it still feels new because it's been so long. Yep. So it's like,
you're ramping up. You're getting there.
Yeah.
Are you watching any Degrassi this week?
Gotta catch up to Mike. No. I've stopped Degrassi and replaced it with The Walking Dead.
Okay. Degrassi
I still love Degrassi though.
Yeah. The next generation.
Mm-hmm. Well, all of them. They're all good.
You like them all?
Yeah, like I've even seen like episodes of the older ones, and they're good too.
What's that girl's name? Ashley? His girlfriend?
Whose girlfriend?
Jimmy's girlfriend.
How was I supposed to know you're talking about Jimmy?
Who else is he, bro? It's Drake.
Yeah, Well, in the first few seasons, yeah.
Your dad's gay.
Zooms in.
There's
my God.
so many weird ass scenes from Degrassi.
Yeah.
Why I oughta.
Yeah, that show's cringe, but it's really good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Of course, we finished Love on the Spectrum season 2.
Yes, I love that show so much.
It's so good.
It's so sweet. It's like so heartwarming.
It's a very heartwarming show.
Yeah.
If you want to just feel good, kick back and watch some like just dumb reality TV, but it's not dumb. It's heartwarming.
I feel like it's super genuine too.
Yeah.
Because like they're not really acting, you know what I mean? They're still themselves.
Yeah, a bunch of people with autism.
Yeah.
Getting dating advice, trying to date, and do stuff in the dating world. It's all about that.
So wholesome.
It's great.
Yeah, it's really good.
And you get to see like the difference in like how crazy different what being on the autism spectrum can do to a single person. So like each individual person, you're like, wow, like this is so much different than the last guy and the last guy. And the last guy.
They all vary so much, like with the little things that they like
Mark,
and dislike.
Super into dinosaurs and all that stuff. Or
Ronan and the cars. Yeah.
They're like all really into very, very specific things and different things. You know, the eccentric Teo,
cats.
With her thing with cats, and she's just like crazy and out there. But then you have someone like Michael who's like
more reserved,
and formal and stuff like that, and he's not really crazy into something, but he's still on the autism spectrum.
They all still have like their little personalities and stuff.
Yeah,
it's super good.
Love to see it. And then we started the show Scenes from a Marriage.
Oh yes,
Scenes from a Marriage.
I forget about that show. I forget.
You want to watch the episode tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. Super good show. If you have not seen it, Oscar Isaac, Jessica Chastain,
Murph.
Adult Murph from Interstellar, one of your favorite films of all time. If not your favorite film of all time.
It's my favorite one, yes.
Super good. I should have at the top of the show asked you your favorite films of all time. Like some of your favorite films. I would have been good. Like, hey, get to know Icebreaker, but I just didn't do that. I just jumped right in.
I know you really threw me in.
When I was editing the show, I was like, oh, that's what I'm gonna do. When we start, I'm gonna be like, okay, let the people get to know you. Like, what's some of your favorite films? And then now that we're here, I completely forgot to do that. But now that we're 45 minutes into it, before we talk about scenes from a marriage, what are some of your favorite films? Favorite things to watch? Of course, Degrassi. We said it.
Yeah, I watch Glee when I have like a breakdown or something. Comfort show. My favorite movies. Okay, Interstellar is my first one.
Classic.
Yes. Second is Castle in the Sky.
Of course, gotta love it.
Studio Ghibli. My third is I think my like on my list it's Sun. I think it's called Sunrise. Before Sunrise. Yeah. So that's I put that up as my third. And then
that's a good romance.
My fourth. I know Midsummer's my fifth. Mm-hmm. I think I moved Rango down, but at one point Rango was my fourth.
You moved Rango down.
Yeah. It was my fourth. I just now recently actually I kind
of. We need to rewatch that shit so it can come back up.
I know, God, it's so good.
Rango's a good film. It's a good.
We watched. How many times have we watched that now?
We're.
I put
plus 30.
I put Before Sunrise as fourth, and I put Wit as third. Remember, I just watched it. Remember, I told you about that lady that gets cancer?
The cancer thing.
Yes, I love that movie so much. Is
that your recency bias showing, though?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
It's so good,
Rango's a masterpiece. Like, cancer patients, sure, but, like, lizards,
Oh, Rango's still sixth.
Okay. Sixth man. Forever the sixth man. That's where I got it, too, is Ringo at number 6. Yeah. Interstellar is a good pick, though.
Yeah, I love that movie. So good.
And the music.
Oh my God, the music's so good.
Don't make me lead like this, Murph.
Oh my gosh, so good. The entire plot of that movie is so good. It was kind of confusing at first,
handshake.
But like after watching it a few times, like it all kind of comes together.
Getting lost on the planet, bro. Mountains.
Yeah, it's so
Every
good.
Every tick is a day on Earth. Super good.
It's so good. I know, I love it. Even my mom liked it a lot when I showed her. Yeah.
It's a good film. Anyway, let's talk about Scenes from Marriage. Oscar Isaac, Jessica Chastain. HBO Max show, 5 episodes. Each episode about an hour. Some of them 55 minutes. Some of them are an hour 5. It is exactly what the title says. It is Scenes from a Marriage. So each episode opens with a production set, a film set, and then you get locked in, boom, and then it's just one scene the whole episode. So we've seen 2 episodes so far. Mild spoilers for Scenes from a Marriage. First episode being about the marriage counselor lady trying to be a marriage counselor, so she has to write a thesis, and she's writing a thesis on like genders and stuff, and then them talking to their friends about their marriage and the weird polyamory and stuff. And then the second episode being that the lady came back from a business trip and fell in love with someone else.
And broke it to her husband.
And stuff with like abortions and things of that nature.
That show is so intense.
It's very raw.
Yeah, and the actors are really good too.
Yep. Oscar Isaac does a phenomenal job.
Really well.
The show is just real as all get out. If you're not in the mood to just be completely floored, kind of embarrassed, and very sad, then skip this film or skip the show. But if you're in the mood for something real and emotional, Scenes from Marriage is it's hitting very hard.
Yeah, it's good because it reminds me a lot of that trilogy that we watched.
Yeah, the Before.
Because it's all just like dialogue and then them talking, and you like are seeing like their whole ins and outs. Yeah,
it's raw. And
so good.
It's one scene. Every episode is pretty much just one singular scene. Yeah. There's virtually no cuts or no time jumps. The first episode had like some cuts because it was like, oh, we're in bed now and I'm pregnant, but now we got to go to the doctor. So you had some things there, but for the most part, it's just one scene.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's great. I'm really, really loving it. Can't wait to watch another episode tonight. That's really all we watched though. Yeah. In Atlantis. And that was it.
I guess it was. Yeah.
We'll watch Lilo and Stitch at some point. Mm-hmm. We'll watch what was the second one? Treasure Planet at some point. Mm-hmm. Want to start Pen 15. Pen 15.
What's that?
That was the like high school, middle school coming of age comedy thing.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, did we talk about Oh, you probably talked. Did you talk about that last week?
What?
The one with I don't know his name. Miles from Looking for Alaska.
What? Oh,
that movie.
Oh, we watched
Did you talk about that last week?
Words on Bathroom Walls.
Yeah, that movie's good. That movie's really good.
Yeah, about a schizophrenic kid he has schizophrenia and he can't like function in school and stuff. He's like falling in love. It's like coming of age romance drama thing. Very good. I liked it a lot. Had the kid from Looking from Alaska, which was also good show. Good book too.
Yes.
Fucked me up in school, man. Fucked me up in school.
Really good.
Anyway, no reader mail this week. So write into synceduppod@gmail.com or the reader mail submissions tab of the Discord. If you want access to that Discord, you can support us at Patreon at patreon.com/syncedup. Just for $1. You'll get access to that Discord. If not, thank you for watching or listening to this episode of the Synced Up Podcast. Honestly, do you want... I don't even have an idea for a post show, do you?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
You never have an idea for a post show.
I know. I'll figure something out. So if you pay $5, you get access to the post show that we're about to do.
Yay.
So everyone else will see next week. Those people will see in a few minutes. We love you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Gotta click the button.